Hello, thank you for tuning into another episode of Take 10 on Tuesday with the Tennessee Tribune. I'm Jason Luntz. Today I decided to invite a very close friend of mine, somebody who I really admire what he's doing, his business attitude in the city of Nashville. I'm with Alphonso Harvey of Music City Med. How you doing, man?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Well, first I just really appreciate, I know that you're busy running and gunning, so thanks for coming down to the Tribune today.
No doubt. I'm glad to be here.
All right, great. Well, what I want to do is just jump right in. I know you yeah, that's right. We're going to jump in. I know you as the owner of Music City Med. And we all know Nashville is a very, I was about to say health conscious, but a city that the health industry is very big in.
Sure.
But what exactly is Music City Med, and what is your place in that industry?
Sure. I appreciate it, Jason. So, Music City Med is essentially here as a response to opioid abuse. What we do is we offer patients and practitioners an opportunity to offer different ways to help people manage pain. So we primarily focus in on durable medical equipment, which is back braces, TENS units, different knee and etc. type braces. Orthotics is what we typically call that whole category. But we give people an alternative to an opioid to help them manage pain.
Okay.
So if you're a person that's a 1 to 7 on the pain scale and you want an alternative and you are insured via private insurance, we have opportunities to really help you there.
Okay. So you have devices and things that people can wear as opposed to taking like a physical pill or a medication?
That's correct.
Okay.
So, I mean, you know, we all know, we all read the news, and unfortunately in the last decade we've lost a lot of people, especially in our community, to opioid abuse. The first being Michael Jackson, and then here recently there's news circling about Prince, unfortunately.
Wow.
With the overuse of opioids. They are a wonder drug and they do a lot to help people manage pain, and when part of a regimen that's supervised by a physician, they are phenomenal helping people. But at the same time, you know, there becomes a point where they can get overprescribed. Okay. So what we do is we offer, whether it be a low-tech tool such as a back brace or a knee brace, something to help you brace yourself and help you manage that pain, or kind of our flagship product is the TENS units, which is basically at-home electric stim therapy that you can administer and set to a level of your own pain or your own choosing to help you manage the pain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's an actual device, the TENS, so it's T.E.N.S. Right,
and that's an acronym for transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. TENS is probably a friendlier term to use.
I think so. I was like, wow, is he going to be able to pull that off? But I know you do it every day. That was a lot of words.
It's a lot of words, but it's a really sound device. The science has been around for over 40 plus years. And initially when it came out, a doctor had to essentially tune the device so that the electrotherapy that was administered was to the specifications that they want their patient to have. Now we've come a very, very long ways, and our devices are portable. They're about the size of a cell phone. They also have pictures on them for the particular body part that you want to administer therapy to, and then the patient has a plus or minus that they can set it to. And it still has the option for the doctor to kind of set the parameters, because there's a function on there that allows them to set it for their patient. So a lot more flexible. It's also rechargeable like a phone. But our devices are unique from what you will see on the street in the fact that they are by and far a lot more powerful.
Wow.
Probably 10 to 20 times more powerful than what you would see in a mall. So just depending on your pain scale and what you're suffering from, we have an opportunity. So the way I kind of look at it is, when I come in from the gym and my hamstring is sore, I could take an Aleve, and that could be a benign solution to help me manage my pain. Or if I want to not introduce something foreign into my body, I can hook up the electrodes to my leg, set the timer, set it to the level of intensity I want, and while I'm sitting there watching TV, I can administer therapy to myself.
Well, that sounds like a great option.
Yeah.
This is a great option. Now, you said they're more powerful than the kind you can buy, I guess, retail.
Mm-hmm.
How does one go about doing it? Do they speak to their doctor about it first, and then they'll find it for you, and do they recommend your company?
There's a multitude of ways to get to the products. What I would recommend people do is go to musiccitymed.com.
musiccitymed.com.
And you will be able to not only learn about our products, but you would also be able to fill out one of the 2 required forms that in order to get our device. The first is a patient registration form, which would simply include your name, your home address, and your insurance information. And then there's also an acknowledgement at the bottom that you have to sign. You can do that on musiccitymed.com electronically. You can take that form if you want, and you can print it off, and you can take it to your doctor, or we have a team of physicians and chiropractors and all kinds of healthcare providers that can actually recommend the unit for you. They can actually review your file and give you a phone call and talk to you about what's going on in a very HIPAA compliant manner. We don't see any of that information. But after they've done their consultation with you, they would then complete the second part, which would be a letter of medical necessity. And then those 2 forms together go to our billing department, and then if it's approved, by your insurance, then we'll be able to send you the device.
Oh, wow, this is great. Okay. Yeah. So you can go to the website, and you can get a lot of great information. And like you said, this is something that the doctors can actually have you use. So the medication thing, over-medication, is this a problem that we see huge, you said, within the black community or America as a whole?
No, I mean, primarily it's a nationwide problem. If you look at the state of Tennessee, we're in the top 10. I believe we're number 7 for opioid abuse.
Wow.
We have problems here. We have some serious problems. So I would say it's not just a black issue.
Okay.
It is a American issue that affects every community. And we're just here to offer an alternative.
Okay.
So
it sounds like a healthy option.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We see people all the time that walk around with back braces. If you go to the gym, you're going to see a lot of them. Weight belts, which is there as a stability item. You're also going to see a lot of people that, quite honestly, they use pain medicine. And when it's under a doctor's regimen, under their course of care, yeah, it's a good thing. But what happens a lot of times is people will heal, they'll still have the medicine, and then it's not discarded, and it's, either they're using it or someone gets into their medicine cabinet and is using it. That's not what it was intended for. Once you're done with the treatment and you've healed, it's supposed to go away.
Yes.
Yes. With this, with our tools, you're able to. You can't OD on using the 10.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
You're only going to use it to the level that you need to provide pain relief.
Great.
And with a back brace, it's a inanimate object. You're not gonna do anything to hurt yourself with that beyond making it too tight. At which point, I'm sure you would
realize. Yeah, definitely.
So I like the option. One of the things when I got in this space, I've been in this space for about 4 years now, and I've done a lot of tours and different shows. And one of the things I was doing, did about 19 of these events last year, was go to military events where they have families of soldiers that are deploying and soldiers that are coming back, all at different points in that process. And at these events, they would talk to the families about options, things that they have to help them. And it would never fail, Jason, at least twice a show, someone would come to me that was just literally standing in front of you in pain. They had been prescribed so many drugs, and they had taken so many drugs that they couldn't take anything else. Their body rejected anything else.
Wow.
So now they have no options. They have very few options to help them manage the pain. I mean, people don't realize this, but in America, 2 out of 3 people suffer from pain. Some form of pain. If there's 5 people in this room, quick math, a little more than, you can't be a little more than 3 people, but 3 out of 5
have some kind of pain.
Some kind of pain.
So pain sounds like it's an epidemic, like it's a real big problem.
Yeah, and it's something that honestly, unless you're sitting there and you're experiencing it yourself, you won't know. But, we need to offer some alternatives. I may not be a solution for 100% of the people, but if you're on a 1 to 7, you have intermittent pain, we got an option for you.
1 to 7. Okay, that's great, man. That's some really good information. Can you give them the website again?
MusicCityMed.com.
That's great, man. Thank you so much. Now, before I let you go, I always like to ask business owners how they feel about, It City, Nashville. A lot of business owners really love the things that are happening here. And the fact you're also in one of our largest industries, which is healthcare. I was wondering if you want to talk a little bit about Nashville and the business climate.
Well, I would say my business is based on people. And if you're in a city where you have 80 people a day or whatever, 86 people a day, moving into the city, that could potentially be good for business. The climate here is open. There's a lot of options and opportunities to help you. But I would say you still have to get your affairs in order to sit at the table.
Yes.
So I would say to anybody out here that's looking to do something, I would encourage you to take the leap. It is about economic development. It is.
It is about economic development.
So I would say the climate here is great.
All right, man. Great. I really appreciate it, man. Thanks again for taking your time out today.
No problem.
I hope people out there, if you're suffering with pain or you know someone that is, check out the website. It's a lot of great information. And, you are doing a great service for the community. Thank you again.
I appreciate it.
And once again, you've been tuning into Take 10 on Tuesday with the Tennessee Tribune. I'll see you next time.